right here in your neighborhood.
Here's a little tale about hard-to-recycle plastics. Their destinies were changed. Their new lives are fantastic. What once was trash can live on as new things with a program that complements your regular recycling. 'Cause plastics can be so much more. Give this trash the second chance it was hoping for.
Your hard-to-recycle plastics can be so much more. Participate in the Hefty Energy Bag program happening in your neighborhood today.
WQEE 99.1 FM Noonan, WBRQ LaGrange, WZV 90.5 FM Lineville, JC Sports Networks. It's now time for Tea Talks with your host, Margie Conway, in association with Connecting Hearts Network, connecting hearts of women to resources, inspiration, and one another. Sponsored by Pia Payne and Contour Mortgage, Warrior Defenders, Happy Life Nutrition, Killingsworth Realtor, and Family Patterns Matter. Now here's your host of Tea Talk, Margie Conway.
Hi, this is Margie Conway with Creative Heart Studios, and this is Tea Talk, sponsored by the Connecting Hearts Network. Tonight we're going to talk about real estate, and we have 4 experts in their field, and they all look at me like I can't believe you said that, but we know that they are. And some of them's been with us before, so we laugh and have a good time. Y'all feel free to laugh and have a good time. My goal is to make Ryan laugh no matter what we do. And so he has to laugh on here. So to introduce them, we have 2 of our sponsors. We have Amy Killingsworth with Killingsworth Realty. Thank you for joining us.
Absolutely. Yes, I'm Amy Killingsworth, and my husband and I, we have started a real estate business here in Coweta County, but we serve South Atlanta. So yeah, we love to help new home buyers, first-time home buyers, or just people just wanting to sell, or, you know, people old. It's old a hat to them. But we just like to just be able to serve them and meet their needs without the pressure. Let them get what they need. So.
And that is true about Amy. She has a heart of service, and so does Todd. We have Pina Payne. She's with Contour Mortgage. I've known Pina for a very long time. She does all of our mortgages. Thank you, Pina, for joining us.
Hello, I'm Pina Payne with Contour Mortgage, and I have been in the mortgage business for 30 years, and I love working with first-time home buyers. Of course, I love working with the seasoned buyers as well. One thing that we need to make sure that you know all of the things that you need to do up front, which we'll come back around and talk more about that. But I do mortgages in all of Georgia, Florida, Tennessee, and Alabama.
I did not know that. Okay. If I can ever make Ricky go anywhere else. Not happening lately, though. Not happening lately. All right, and then we have Casey Dan Phillips. She is with State Farm. We were talking just a minute ago. I've known Casey since before she was born, because I've known her mom a long time. We're glad you can join us, Casey.
Thank you so much for having me. Yes, I am Casey Phillips. I'm a State Farm agent in town. I've been in the industry for going on 5 years, but I just opened my own agency last August. So I'm so happy to serve. Love my hometown, love Noonan, Georgia, but I'm also licensed, like Pina, in 4 different states. So I am in Georgia, Alabama, South Carolina, and Tennessee.
I did not know that either.
Yes.
All right. Are you licensed?
I'm just Georgia.
Oh, okay.
Just Georgia.
I can only buy a home from Amy. All right. Then we have Emily Davison Webb. I've known her a while. She is with the law firm of Lawson & Beck. She gets annoying texts from me saying, Emily, what about this? And so she knows what she's talking about. All right. Thank you for joining us,
Thank
Emily.
you for having me. I'm Emily Davison Webb. I'm with Lawson, Beck & Sandlin. We are a local real estate law firm here in Coweta County. We also have a office in Fayette County. I have been in real estate law now for almost 9 years, and I love it as an attorney. I've actually worked in the real estate law firms though prior to being an attorney. So been in Coweta County for 5 years now. So.
All right, so we're going to post all of the information for these ladies here, so you can find your home, you can have the agent get it for you, you have the mortgage lender, you have the estate closer, then you have your insurance, all in one little package. So we're going to present that to you very well tonight. I can tell you that even at my age, we've been in this home forever, I have never bought a home on my own, or even with my husband, because with the first one we almost did, and I got smart and closed that down. So anyway, Ricky owned the one that we're in now. So if I was a first-time home buyer and I came to you ladies, I know the first thing I would need to do is get pre-certified.
Pre-qualified.
Pre-qualified. Okay. Tell me how I would do that.
Okay, so the first thing you would do is you would call me and I would get your information. I do have an app. You can go on and fill out everything. I would pull your credit and see if you are credit worthy. If you do have some things on your credit, then I can go over those with you and help you get your credit score to where you need to be so you can qualify. We also need to look at your income and your debt. Some people, they don't realize that you can't have a lot of credit card debt, high car payments. You definitely need a down payment. You don't have to have 20% down, which some people think, but we do have programs where you can do 3% down, 3.5%, 5%, and so on. We do have a couple of 100% loans for first-time home buyers. All of those have different credit score requirements, which I can go over all of those with you once you call me and get your credit pulled and everything. Once I can get you pre-qualified, then you would call Amy to find you a home. She cannot really show you homes without a pre-qualification letter because you're wasting her time as well as yours. But at that point, then you can go look for a home, find your home, and then while you're shopping for the home, I like to go ahead and collect all of your income documents, your pay stubs, your W-2s, your bank statements. We can go ahead and send everything in to get approved with everything but your appraisal and title. And so then when you do find the house, then we can go ahead and push it straight through underwriting and close quickly. So you don't have to wait 30 days. You can get rid of that financing contingency if you already have it pre-approved.
Yeah, that makes a lot of good sense. And that does save you a lot of time from showing homes people can't afford to buy.
It does. It does. And sometimes people contact the agent first. And
right.
So part of our questioning to them, have you been pre-approved? If not, Pina's one of our preferred lenders. And so, we send people her way. And because that is important. You don't want to get your hopes up on a home that at the end of the day you can't even afford,
right?
Or you're going to end up, house broke. You don't want to do that. And so I think a lot of people have some hesitations with that. So there's a lot of coaching that happens in that process. And so it is a good thing to get the pre-qualification. But we also, as an agent, I want to know, where are you looking to move, and what kind of house do you want? What size house? How many bedrooms? Where do you want those bedrooms? Right now, there's a really big push. Everybody wants a master on a main. That's just what everybody wants right now.
That's because they're getting older like me, and they don't need the steps.
People are working from home. They want life on the bottom floor, and then some upstairs for guests and kids and things like that. And so we just do a lot of just have a time of conversation. It's a lot of listening and learning your needs as a home buyer or a seller. We like to, we'd like to kind of schedule what I call a home tour. Once we are pre-qualified, we got that done. We know what our price bracket is. We know where we're going to be looking. Let's set up a day and go see 3 or 4 homes, and let's just look at them all, walk in them, and then I like to ask them to score the homes,
right.
On a scale of 1 to 10, what is this one? Make some notes, and so I give them a little packet that they use at each home, so they can actually have some notes. Because after you get to the 3rd, 4th home, or if you've been doing this for week after week after week, you're just I don't even know what was that first home we saw,
Right.
And so
Right.
so as you're going, making those notes. But then when it comes time, you found the home and you're wanting to put the offer in, kind of like Pina said, there's a lot of things that can actually speed the process up. There's things that the sellers are looking for. Are they wanting to close quickly? Are they wanting to, they just only want a cash offer? They don't want to deal with a financial contingency. Do they need an extra 30-day occupancy in the home? So just learning what the sellers need kind of helps us create a strong offer. So as an agent, one of my roles is to help us create an offer that would be accepted ideally.
Right.
I'm advocating for that. So the other thing is I want to make sure we're creating an offer that has the windows that protect your earnest money. So the due diligence period, the financial contingency period, and the appraisal, all of that, so that if something was to come up, you could walk away in a way that you still get your earnest money back, and you're not it's just a sad day if you lose your earnest money.
Okay, they're already over my head. If I decide to buy a home, I'm just ordering on Amazon, and it's going to come ready to go.
I know, right? What's that car dealership that you can now order a car?
Carvana.
Yeah. They don't have the homes like that. I don't think right now, but. But it's a fun process. Like, one thing I love doing this with Todd, with my husband. It's great because we can kind of tag team. But we really just get to serve. And so I think sometimes people may feel bad. Oh, well, you've already shown me 4 or 5 homes, but I just haven't found what I want. Like, I'm so sorry. I'm like, don't apologize. Like, this is what we're here for. We're here to we want you to find that home. We want at the end of the day, we want you at closing to be celebrating, not to be crying, not to be scared, like, oh no, what have I just done? I just caused myself to be broke. Oh, this really isn't the house I wanted. It just was the last one we saw, and I didn't want to bother my agent anymore. So we want you to celebrate, So we actually have a closing tomorrow, and it's been a real fun process to watch this young couple go through, and we're celebrating, and that's the good thing. That is just how you want it to end. So anyway, that's...
Well, I know I watch you and Todd on social media. You're going and touring all these homes. That part seems fun, just going looking at the homes and doing that part. Yeah, that seems the fun part. I have done mortgages with Pina, so I have to give her all the financial information. I am not a financial person. Thank God Ricky gets a hold of it much more than I do, because I do not get it. All right, then when we do that, and we've got it with Pina, we go back to Pina and finish doing what we do. And what do we do from there?
So we make sure that you have your down payment. We make sure it's documented in the bank statement. We make sure that there's no cash deposits. So if you were looking to buy a home, don't deposit any cash within 30 days before you're going to apply, because we can't count it if you do. But then we submit the contract, we order the appraisal, we order title with our attorney at Lawson & Beck, and then we schedule closing. And then we can usually close if everything is sent to us and everything, the verification of employment's all come out like they're supposed to. We can close within 15 days.
And so now we get to Emily over here on the legal processes of it.
So actually, we may want to go to Casey, because they have to have insurance before they can.
Well, that makes sense too.
That's my favorite form to tell people.
All right, then we're going around the right order in the room. So Casey, we're coming for insurance on our new home. So
yes.
How are you advising them on that?
So normally the lender will reach out to us and just say, hey, there's a home closing for this buyer. This is their loan amount. This is the address. If you will work them up a quote. And then, of course, we do have to list the lender as an additional interest, meaning if something happens to the house, the insurance goes to pay off the loan first, and then any equity or anything else would go back to the homeowner. But, so we work you up a quote. A lot of people don't realize that in the state of Georgia, credit is a huge factor in your insurance quotes and your insurance premium. So, again, with buying a home, credit's a big factor, but with the insurance as well. So we'll work you up a quote. We will get you a binder ready and a declarations page to send back to the lender, and then they will, and the home buyer too, and they'll have it ready for closing, because you do have to have that before the closing day.
Right. And I will tell you, personal experience with Casey, she has all of our policies on our home. So see how I make this personal, guys? So if I need a home, I'm going to call you, Amy. But otherwise, I already do business with the other 3. And Casey has all of our policies. She's had, and before her, the office she worked with had Ricky's policies before that. He's had State Farm insurance for 40 years. So when I married him, I inherited State Farm insurance, but that's okay. That's what my grandma had too. And so that is, long term. We know that they're stable. We know it's, a reputable company. And so we know it's people that's going to take care of us.
Well, exactly. That's why it's good to have a local agent, somebody you can sit down with. At my agency, we say we will never be replaced by a 1-800 number, because you cannot get the same service.
Right.
So we pride ourselves on that.
Good. So then we go to Emily.
Yes, then it's my turn. So when you reach the closing table, that is not when I have started. We have started once the contract has been submitted to us by the agents and or the lender, whoever sends it to us first. We just jump on it. And I say I have a staff that is amazing and works behind the scenes tirelessly for us. I get to be the good face at the closing table, because they have done effortless work, so much effortful work behind me. But before it gets there, we have to search the title. We've got to check and make sure that there's nothing on the title to the property that would cause problems. So we order a title exam from a title examiner. Make sure everything's clear and it's something that we can go ahead, close, and make sure that buyer is actually purchasing the piece of property that they think they're buying.
That's important. Yes.
And that they're buying it free of somebody still having an interest in it because they didn't get a deed from that person 20 years ago. So we do all of that. If it gets to where is a big title issue, that actually is something I like to do because I love to solve puzzles. So if there's a big title problem in our office, it's generally I'm the person that you talk to because I take those on and like to solve them like a puzzle. Some of them may take years, some of them take months, some takes days. It kind of just depends. But once we get you to that closing table and you're ready to sign those papers, hopefully you're in a great mood. Buyer, seller, and agents and lender, we're all sitting at the table together. I get to walk in with a big folder for you to just start signing. 30 years of your life away. Everyone asks if I want their firstborn. I don't. No firstborns, no bloods. We're good. No chickens. I'll take a chicken, but not for your house. Just to have. But no. So once you sit down with me, I go over the paperwork with you. I want to make sure that you know what you're signing. I know some people, they want to read everything. They want to know everything they're signing, and we have the patience and the ability to sit down with that person and make sure they're very comfortable and very aware of what they're signing. I have others that have done it a million times, and they want to just sign and for me to just point, and I can do that too. And then I have kind of the happy medium, but just let me give one verb, one word, one sentence, one blurb about every document. That way they kind of get a good idea of what they're signing. Our job from there is then we also take all the money in. So the lender sends us their money, the buyer sends us their money, and then if the seller has to pay money, they have to send it to us. If not, otherwise, at the end of the transaction, once all the documents are signed, it's our job to record the deeds so that we know that there's good ownership recorded with the county. We can trace it, and then we disperse all the funds. So we send the agents their checks, we give money to the seller, we pay everybody out at the closing table. Lenders, well,
then they could call me and I will put them together a welcome home gift.
That's right. There we go.
That is a lot of information, and I know that there's more in depth to every bit of it. That's one reason why we would like to do this again and be able to get a little bit more in depth each time that we do it. But you each have just a few minutes, to tell them something about your business, just something coming up that you want them to know about. Just another tip you want to reiterate with them on this, or something there. So we'll start back over with Amy.
Because one thing I left out was the inspection. So sometimes I'm learning as homeowners, first-time homeowners especially, they just think it's included, or they think someone else is going to handle it. But that is actually, as a buyer, that is something that you handle. You can shop around for, you order, you get it done. And if something comes up in inspection, then you can talk through that with the seller and negotiate on that and things like that. So I realized we went through the process. I'm like, wait, that's a really big part.
Right.
We had one recently, and things came up, and so it just brings discussions and stuff. So anyway, just want to make sure that was noted.
Okay.
Yeah, and then after the home inspection, of course, we do the appraisal. And a lot of people think the appraisal and the inspection are the same. And the inspection is their choice, which gives you a whole lot more in depth of looking at the wiring and the plumbing and the foundation and all that, whereas the appraisal looks at the basic things and gives you the value. So yeah, I'm glad you said that because that's very important. And another thing that I didn't say is with the rates going up, rates are still great. If you're renting, oh my goodness, your rent is still going to be so much higher than your payment, even though the rates are at like 7 right now. Let's sit down and I'll compare what you're paying in rent to what your payment would be, which is going to be your home. It's going to be your yard. And if you decide you don't like it, you can sell it and you can get your money back.
Right.
Instead of paying the mortgage for somebody else.
Right.
And I was going to say, we do have coming up a trunk or treat that we are sponsoring at Crossroad Fitness on the 29th from 12 to 2. We'd love for y'all to come out and bring your kids.
That will be a lot of fun. I know I had kind of signed up for that, but I'm going to be in Decatur doing someone else's radio show that day. No videos, just radio. And it's for the Georgia Blind Association. So anyway, I'll leave that alone. Casey, do you have anything else to share with us right now?
Yeah, I wanted to mention, Emily talked about issues with titles, with deeds. One thing that a lot of people don't know about insurance is if you're at fault in an accident and there is a judgment against you or you owe money that you might not have liquid, they can actually come after the equity in your home. They can garnish your wages, stuff like that. So that could potentially cause an issue if you were selling your house and you were liable in
Right.
an accident that you did not have enough insurance for or could not afford to pay off what you were found liable to pay. So just a tidbit of information there.
Yeah, that's a good one.
It's very true. And we see that a lot, unfortunately, where things have happened and there's liens that they say that they're not aware of, and that we have to get them cleared before closing, and that means
Right.
paying them. And unfortunately, sometimes that means paying them even when they don't think that they're correct, because they
Right.
have to close. And unfortunately, it's one of those things that you probably got something in the mail saying you need to go to court, and you didn't see it, or you missed it, and we're finding out, 10 days or 15 days before closing, it is either going to delay closing or you have to pay it. And most people end up just paying it to move on. So
Right.
that is something to be aware of. A very good call on that one, Casey. I think the only other thing that I really would want to touch on is when you get to our office, that is such an important moment for anybody, buyer or seller. But our goal, and I know the goal of everyone here, is to make you feel like it's your special day. It's an important thing that's happening for you.
Right.
First time buyer, 100th time buyer. So part of that means coming to the office with the expectation, I think, of, you're going to sign a lot of documents, but we're still going to try to have a good time and smile at the closing table, because we're here for a positive experience for everybody. I always joke, Fina's heard this before, no, I do happy law. I don't do unhappy law, which means that I like my real estate closings to be happy. I like people at the closing table to be happy, and I know that every ladies here do the same thing. So
That's true. All right, give them just an idea of how they can locate you if they're looking for you.
Yes, KillingsworthRealty.com. It's probably direct. Our Facebook is Killingsworth Realty. Our Instagram is Killingsworth Realty.
Mhm.
That's it. Yeah.
Okay.
And I am P. Payne at contourmtg.com. Also have Facebook, Instagram, and LinkedIn. We are located across the hall from Lawson, Beck & Sandlin with
that's
Emily,
right.
next to Art and Jake's on
Right.
the bypass.
It's a nice office. I've been to lots of your offices. I like that one.
Cute. Yeah, and we're there, and you can come in and talk with us. We're not a 1-800 number. We're not going to ask you to send your documents to some random email and not ever see our face. We are here local in Noonan, and we'll sit down with you and go over every document with you if you need that. Or you can send it through the internet as well, whatever's easiest for you.
Okay. How would they reach you, Casey?
So my website is coveredbycasey.com. We are also on Instagram and Facebook at Casey Phillips State Farm. And then we are located right off of Bullsboro on Greason Trail, 770 Greason Trail, Suite E.
Okay.
I can be reached. Well, we have a website, lawsonbeckandsandlin.com. We're also on Facebook, of course. I always tell people I'm an attorney, but I'm not unattainable. I'm not one of those attorneys that's hard to reach. I'm going to answer my phone. So if you need to contact me at the office, our numbers on the internet are on the website, but then also email me at Emily, EMILY, at Lawson, LAWSON, and AND, Beck, BECK.com. Happy to answer questions from anybody.
All right. This was a great conversation, ladies. I can guarantee you it's going to help a lot of first-time home buyers. We will look forward to our next session, which is going to be on finances for women. And so we've touched a little bit here, but they're going to tell you how to get your stuff in order. And for a lot of women, I know that is something that they really need to learn more about. Thank you for coming and joining us this evening.
Moving is a big decision. Selling or buying a home in any market, but especially today's, can raise a lot of questions. Hi, I'm Amy with Killingsworth Realty. My husband Todd and I serve the Coweta and local area. Our purpose at our first meeting is to learn your goals, answer questions, and provide resources so that you can make the best decision for you and your family. Find us online at killingsworthrealty.com or call 678-525-0047 to schedule a free consultation today to discuss your real estate needs. You don't have to do this alone.
Hi, I'm Holly Reese. I'm the founder of Warrior Defenders. I'm a certified tactical self-defense instructor, and I specialize in women's self-defense. I teach technical drills for survival skills and education on self-defense tools and how to use them. My journey started in self-defense because I'm a domestic violence survivor. I'm here to empower women, to teach them how to be their own heroes, and to learn today to have a safer tomorrow.
You can find Holly online at www.warriordefenders.com. This is Margie from Connecting Hearts Network. I'd like you to take just a moment and listen to Linda Kirkpatrick explain to you what Family Patterns Matters is all about.
Family Patterns Matter works with youth and their families to help overcome barriers that prevent their success. We meet twice a month with mentoring, tutoring, teaching life skills, resilience, gratitude, and kindness. We also bring music and art therapy. Please visit our website at www.familypatternsmatter.org.
Hello, I'm Pina Payne with Contour Mortgage, and we're so excited. We have just moved to this new company, and we are located at 560 Noonan Crossing Bypass in Noonan next to Art and Jake's, and we have some great products. Our interest rates are better than any other companies, and we also have some great products for the VA. We can do a better deal for you with fees than any other company. We have a lot of different kind of programs.
Hey guys, this is Dana with Happy Life Nutrition, located on 18 Perry Street, downtown Noonan. Hours are 8 to 5, Tuesday through Friday. Come check us out. We will be serving up meal replacement shakes, calorie burning teas, coffees, waffles. We have a kids menu and a workout menu. We do deliveries with a 5-drink minimum or $5 delivery charge if less. You can call ahead for your order. Free Wi-Fi, quiet atmosphere for business meetings or get-togethers. Our number at Happy Life Nutrition is 770-683-5172. Can't wait to see you.
You have been listening to Tea Talks with Margie Conway in association with Connecting Hearts Network, connecting hearts of women to resources, inspiration, and one another. Tune in next week for another episode of Tea Talks.
3 years ago,
Mary redeemed a $50,000 cash prize playing Chumba Casino this year.
I was only playing for fun, so winning this was a dream come true.
Chumba Casino is America's #1 social casino experience. It's serious fun. With over 80 casino-style games to choose from, you too could win life-changing amounts of cash. Be like Mary. Log on to ChumbaCasino.com and give them a whirl. That's ChumbaCasino.com. No purchase necessary. Void or prohibited by law. 18 plus. Terms and conditions apply. See website for details. The voice in the preceding commercial was not the actual voice of a winner.
Welcome to America, the land of junk sleep, where it's bedtime, but you're double booked. Here, there's always one more deadline to meet, episode to watch, or meme to share. The world may not want you to sleep, but we do. Only the sleep experts at Mattress Firm can help you find the right bed at the right price. Unjunk your sleep. In store or online at mattressfirm.com today.